Welcome in. I am the CryptoBullGod, and in today's video, we're going to discuss, is Solana dead? Now, if you believe popular legacy news media outlets since late 2022, well, then you're going to remain poor, and you might believe that. But what do the charts say to us? What do the unemotional, logical, data-driven charts tell us? That's what we're going to get into, and if you appreciate that, make sure that you hit the thumbs up button, drop me a comment. Click that bell icon to receive notifications for all of these videos, as well as my daily TA live stream, all in the charts, where I take your crypto TA questions. You can find me on Twitter, you can find me on YouTube, even the Instagrams, as well as Tradingview. It's one word, whoop, CryptoBullGod. Just a quick disclosure that none of what I'm sharing is financial advice. I'm simply looking to educate and to help others through sound, logical, technical analysis. We're all big boys and big girls, so we can make our own personal financial decisions. With that being said, let's get into it. All right, guys, we're going to take a look at a couple Solana charts here, but before we actually get into the charts, let me make the following statement to clear this up. Solana is not dead. Now, the reason that I created that thumbnail was because you were hearing a lot of FUD surrounding crypto and Solana, for that matter, in late 2022, even 2023, surrounding the FTX debacle and questioning whether or not Solana was going to keep rolling over to much lower valuations and never recover. Did you guys know that Solana has become the second most popular blockchain for NFT development? Did you know that? And did you know that this chart looks like a beautiful, impulsive wave movement up in price structure, and we've simply had a correction? But this chart in itself is a beautiful masterpiece. You know, there are many times, and I have, really tapped into my community in terms of their interest in certain projects on my daily live stream, all in the charts. You can click the bell icon to know when I go live each and every single weekday taking your TA questions surrounding crypto and even traditional markets. But, my community has had questions surrounding Solana, and each and every single time I brought up this chart, I've said, hey guys, look, I'm not personally invested in this thing at the moment. I may consider taking a position at some point, but I'm just giving you the facts in the chart. And the facts in the chart on this thing is that, it is a beautiful looking symmetrical masterpiece. I'm always honest when I look at charts with my community and saying, hey, this looks like a dumpster fire. Hey, I'm relatively neutral. Or hey, this thing looks absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at the clear impulsive wave movements that we've had up in this thing. I mean, all we've done on Solana is, look at this masterpiece here. All we've done is correct, and we've started to break out from descending resistance, which I now want to get into. I actually want to zoom in on a monthly on Solana. That's the first view that we're going to take a look at. Now, there is limited price data here, and what I attempted to come up with on a monthly view for everyone, and I think for most people it really benefits you to zoom out on a higher time frame, like a weekly, a 2-week, a monthly chart. And while there is limited price data here, the one moving average I thought that seemed to become helpful on this view, if we take a look at price action back here, once we started getting candle body closes above the 8 simple moving average, okay, that is when price action really picked up, right? We closed above it here. We stayed above it. We stayed above it the entire time, going up to our all-time high towards around $260, right? Now, you can see here, there's a couple things panning out on the monthly that should be very evident to you. First off, we had this descending resistance that we have finally broken above right in here, okay? So we've gotten above all of this descending resistance that we have had in place since November of 2021, guys. Nearly 2 years of downward momentum on Solana has been broken. And the other thing that sort of sticks out to me, this looks like a rounding bottom. To me, this looks like it wants to make a strong impulsive wave movement up. Notice, since our monthly close in July, we are above the 8 simple moving average. The last time we did this, we saw a monumental rise in price. And if we look at price indicators, and again, while there is limited price data on the price indicators, a couple things, there's not enough information on the RSI for anything monumental to point out there, or meaningful, I should say. But on the MACD, what I do like to see is This MACD is beginning to round out. It looks like it wants to cross up in the coming month or two, or maybe 3. We could get that bullish cross. And also the histogram, you can see we're declining in bearish momentum here, which is great. Stochastic RSI is very bullish. We're at 67 over 47, well above our 20 trigger line. So very healthy price action on the higher time frame. If we zoom in, again, this is on a weekly view here, guys. And one of the things I always aim to do on my channel is to keep things stupid simple. We don't need to overcomplicate charts. I could come out here and make myself sound smarter than what I actually am and try to impress everyone, but I think the most impactful thing I could do to be helpful to everyone is to dummy everything down and just keep it stupid simple. What are we doing on this chart? We're creating higher highs and higher lows, right? We bottomed here in December. We had an impulsive wave movement up towards about $27.50. We came all the way down to 13 bucks, which is much higher than down here at 8 bucks, right? And now we've temporarily topped all the way up at 32, which is higher than the 27 here, right? So we're creating these higher highs and higher lows. This also shows the fact that, yes, once again, we've gotten above this descending resistance here, which is great to see. Now what's going on with price? Well, you can see around the $27.50 area, that's clearly an area of resistance. You can see we battled it here, temporarily got above it, but couldn't stay above it on the weekly view. I want to see us push above $27.50 and remain above it. Ultimately, though, in terms of areas of price confluence on the downside that I want to see hold as support, we have, and I like to keep nice round figures here, $22 and $19.50. Now, could we lose $19.50 and come all the way down to, say, $17? Sure, and still keep in mind that even if we did do that, if we came all the way lower than what I'd like to see price go, we're still creating these higher lows. You do not want to lose that perspective, right? But the higher price can remain above the $19.50 to $22 area. It's signaling greater strength in the price. So I would love to ultimately see price stay above around $19.50. On the upside here, you can see we have major areas of resistance around 27.5, 36, 46, and 59. Okay, once we start pushing above on a candle body closing basis, okay, once we make an impulsive wave movement up and we get up here, this is where things are going to start to get really juicy, because you can see we have all this price action, right? We have all of this price action, and even down here that's below 59. Look at how much price data exists above 59. Not a whole hell of a lot, right? There's not a lot of price data that's above 59. So once we can get that candle body close to be at and above $59, that's when things are going to get a little spicy in price. That's when I probably will make an update on price and we can talk about where we will be going next. Last chart I want to quick take a look at, very, very important to keep in mind. How strong is your altcoin relative to Bitcoin? That is what this chart is expressing. This is a 2-week Solana BTC relativity chart. Now, a couple things to point out here. We have a deep green zone of support in here that I really want to see to continue to hold. I want this green band of support to continue to hold, which it currently has. We have a couple areas of descending resistance. The more conservative, the more liberal one is this gray line. You can see we have touches going into the candle bodies here. We've broken above that. You can see we've broken above that. What that's signaling to me is there's some strength coming into the price. Now we're in between the gray and black descending line of resistance here. So what I want to ultimately see is a further push above the black descending line of resistance, maintain price levels above here, okay, above here. What's happening is the more of these descending areas of resistance we can break, okay, this is the first one, this is the second one, this is increasing the probability with each successive break that we are building strength. It's not just that we're building strength in price, which is true, but it's also successively increasing the probability that we will continue churning higher. There's momentum building in the price, and we're going to continue churning higher towards these higher levels of price confluence up here. Now, this is where things are going to get really juicy. Once we start to get candle body closes up in this area, that's when things are really going to pick up in price, and we really need to examine the possibility is, are we going to double top up in this area? Are we going to create a higher low, or a lower high? Will we create a lower high somewhere up in this area? Or could we create new all-time highs in Solana BTC relativity, which is a very strong possibility, guys. This is a very strong chart that we're looking at here, okay? This is a strong impulsive wave. Look at these impulsive wave movements up. Now we've had this correction, but the correction is starting to lose steam to the downside. We're starting to pick up momentum to the upside. So we'll have to see if that can sustain itself moving forward in the coming months. If you appreciated the content, make sure that you hit the thumbs up button, you drop me a comment, and you subscribe to the channel by clicking the bell icon for all notifications to know when I go live each and every single weekday for All in the Charts on my daily Crypto TA live stream, taking your TA questions. Until next time, everybody, let's spread awareness and let's all carry the education forward.
So what you gonna do, fiat dollar? On CryptoBullGod and his crypto maniacs and the entire cryptocurrency market run wild.